Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed, and today I just want to make a super quick video going over some of the vendor changes that have taken place in 1.4. Recently I've been playing the PTS a lot, so I've been able to test 1.4, and honestly so far it's amazing. The PvP is actually enjoyable again, I'm just having so much fun doing it. Fighting against NPCs doesn't also almost give me a stroke anymore out of anger. So, I'm really happy about all these changes, and I'll probably be making a separate video dedicated to how I personally perceive the game and how much I enjoy it, and the changes that I like and some changes that I might need to, or that I might suggest happening once the PTS is actually over. But for now, and in the upcoming few days, I'm just going to be making a few videos covering stuff related to 1.4 and some of the changes that are happening, etc. But with that said, let's get right into it. So what I mean by vendor changes is basically the vendors are now selling stuff that's actually usable. I know, it's about damn time. In 1.3, the vendors are pretty much just sold trash all the time, and making the video on the weekly restock was, for me at least, really boring because like 90% of it was garbage, and you could tell the disdain in my voice, and I kind of expressed that when making those videos. I'm sure you guys remember. So all that stuff in 1.3 is pretty much garbage, and while there are some similarities overall to how it was in 1.3 with 1.4, the changes that have been made are absolutely amazing, and I'm just really happy to see them, and I decided to share them with you guys. So just for a quick example, in the Dark Zone, the weapons vendor, he's selling like a crap load of weapons. He has like 4 guns of each type, which is insane as compared to before because he only had like 4 guns, but now it's 4 guns of each type, which is just crazy. The only downside of this vendor is that you have to be level 90 in the DZ to buy them, but it's still a much needed change. Another thing that's kind of wrong with this vendor, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not really too happy with this. Again, not that big of a deal, but with this vendor, is that the weapon blueprints are really crappy as well. They're only like 204, so there's pretty much no point in buying that, but nonetheless, I'm still happy with how that guy's been changed. Also keep in mind that these things are subject to change, so some of the things like the blueprints or something, those could change in the future. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because this is the public test server and it's not live yet. But besides that, I think a lot of the Dark Zone vendors have changed, almost all of them. I'm not going to go look at every single one of them. That would kind of just take up a lot of time and get kind of repetitive. Just know that they all have gotten significant buffs to how much they're carrying. But when I say vendors in the Dark Zone, I'm only talking about the guys that are in the safe rooms. The guys in the checkpoints don't sell a bunch of stuff, but if you're rank 90, it's actually not that bad. Every single checkpoint will have like a 229 of some sort and some type of mod, so they're worth checking out if you are looking for a specific high-end or something. But this is the best change that I've seen so far. I'm really happy about this one because it's kind of unfair a little bit right now. I don't know, you guys can make that verdict on your own. But one of the best vendor changes so far is the safe houses. Every single safe house sells either a 229 weapon or piece of gear depending upon which vendor it is. They have gear vendors and weapon vendors, and a form of mod, which is level 29 or level 32 in the mod, with there's a bunch of other pretty decent stuff as well. It's actually like there's just so much stuff there. And the great part about the safe house guys is that there's a shitload of safe houses, so if you're looking for like a specific performance mod or something like that, you can just go to every single one of the safe houses and you're bound to eventually find it. And if for whatever reason you end up not finding that one performance mod you needed, just check tomorrow because all the safe house vendors reset every single day. It's insane. Honestly, this change is just absolutely crazy because the vendors here sell max level guns, high-end pieces of gear and weapon mods, etc. So if you're looking for like savage gloves or a good scope, your chances are very high of finding that if you look at every single safe house vendor. So this is another amazing change. In terms of the base of operations, the main vendors there are very similar to how the safe house vendors are. They sell some pretty good 229 stuff. They sell them for credits though, not Phoenix credits or anything. Just the guys selling stuff for normal credits, they have pretty good stuff, which is kind of odd because the 2 Phoenix credit vendors still sell complete garbage, and Phoenix credits are way more valuable than normal credits. Maybe those will end up getting changed, hopefully they do, but honestly, with having all of these other vendors to choose from, we don't even need those guys to get their inventories buffed. Like, overall, these changes are really great, and I'm super happy to see them, and there's just a bunch of other great changes just like this happening in 1.4, and honestly, I'm so happy about how everything's going right now. I'm like having so much fun playing. This is one of my favorite games of all time, if not, one of my favorites. Not my most favorite, but still one of my favorites, and I'm really happy to see that game actually going in a positive direction, because 1.3 went downhill from 1.2, which was really sad to see, but with 1.4 I'm really happy, and this is just one of the amazing changes that are happening. So I'll be sure to cover some of the other changes with some of my upcoming videos and just some other content related to 1.4, so stay on the lookout for that. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to say that they made the vendors actually viable again, which is a very welcome change, and that makes me really happy. And I'm sure it makes you guys happy as well. But regardless, that's going to be all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one. I'll see you later, guys.